What's up, guys? Michael here with ERA Brokers on Las Vegas. Today, I'm going to teach you how to get filthy, stinking rich off the military. Now, we all pay our taxes, and if you don't know, our defense budget is huge. So, you know what? You might as well take your piece of that pie. Now, just a disclaimer, this is not financial advice. I'm a realtor. My job is to sell houses. This is not a recruitment video. I am not affiliated with the military in any way. However, this is real. I know someone who did this in real life, and they're basically retired at 30. So if that sounds good to you, sit back, drink your overly caffeinated beverage, and let's learn how to get rich. So the first thing we need to talk about is the down payment. To buy a home, you need a big down payment. It can be a lot. You know, for a $300,000 property, you might be looking at 15, 20 grand at least. But the cool thing about the military is if you've been in 90 days, you get what's known as the VA loan, which not only is 0% down, meaning you don't have to pay to get in the house, but usually you get a lower interest rate as well. This person that I know had a 1.9 interest rate at one point. Now, you're not going to get that right now. We're sitting at like 7-8% interest rates, but whatever. The point is, you don't have to pay to get into the house. And that is huge, already huge, because that's the biggest barrier to entry. We all have to pay rent anyway. We're all going to pay our mortgage anyway, but now you get into a house for free, start building equity, and start farming that appreciation. However, that's not where it ends. In the military, you get what's known as a housing allowance. Now, how much you get for your housing allowance depends on where you live, how many dependents you have, what your rank is, and this and that, but that will all be factored into your VA loan, so you already know what you qualify for before you start looking for a house. So let's say you are in the military for 4 years. I recommend 8 years. Renew that for another 8 years. You're young, you know, you want to retire at 30, work for 8 years. You get in right at 18, boom. What is that, 26? So it's a no-brainer. So during those 8 years, the military is paying your mortgage for you, and that's not coming out of your paycheck. You're also still getting your paycheck. I don't know how much people make in the military. I don't think it's very much, but they're paying your mortgage for you. So you can see how this snowball starts getting bigger and bigger and bigger while you're in the military. You own a house for free. Someone else, the government, is paying your mortgage for you. 8 years later, you get out of the military. Well, what's happened in the past 8 years? Your home value has most likely gone up significantly. The person that I know that did this, they didn't even buy the house until their second term, so they really only had about 4-ish years of appreciation, and they ended up with about $200,000 in equity. They sold it, they moved to the mainland, this was Hawaii, and they used that money to buy a house completely cash, paid off, and now they have no mortgage. So they come out of the military, they have no mortgage payment, they're living for free, they're basically retired. But this snowball keeps rolling bigger and bigger. This is going to start looking more like a glacier than a snowball. And you'll see why I use the words filthy, stinking rich, because you really can get filthy, stinking rich just by leveraging military benefits without having to really work or invest. Well, I mean, not to say the military is not hard work. But anyway, so what happens when you get out of the military? Well, this is where it starts getting interesting. Military offers something called the GI Bill, which a lot of veterans do not leverage. I don't know why. Maybe you don't know what you want to do with your life. Maybe you don't want to go to school. Maybe school's not for you. Well, then just get a music degree. Get a philosophy degree. Get a film degree. Whatever kind of degree. So the military is going to pay you to go to school. Just go have fun. You're not even taking a student loan or anything. You're getting paid. And the leftover money, the money they give you for the GI Bill takes into account housing. So effectively, they're paying your mortgage so that you can go to school for free. Maybe you still have to get a side job to make the difference, but the reality is if you've been in the military for 8 years and now you're getting a 4-year degree, you've got 12 years where the military is paying for your house for you. You're not paying a single dime to that mortgage, and it's paying down, and the equity is going up, the value is going up. But that's not all. It gets better, and that's why I'm telling you this is starting to turn from an avalanche into a glacier, right? So there's another thing that 90% of veterans do not leverage enough, and I don't know why. Maybe they feel ashamed, maybe they feel like they're milking the system, but I gotta tell you, Get your disability. They drive you into the ground, they beat you down, they overwork you, they make you do manual labor, they put experimental chemicals into your body. Guys, get your disability. Get ringing in your ears. Maybe you need glasses. Maybe your back hurts. Almost everyone who gets out of the military qualifies for disability at least a little bit. I know a person who's getting almost $2,000 a month in disability in an area where rents are under $2,000 a month. So just on disability alone, even without all this house hacking, they're living for free. Get your disability. Why would you leave that on the table? Why would you let pride make you poor? Just take the money. You earned it. You served your country. So now this is how this glacier starts getting started. You just got out of the military. You have a good resume. You did a job in the military. Hopefully you did a really good job. Maybe you were in the Air Force and you did cybersecurity. I don't know. You could get into a 6-figure position. You just got a free college degree paid for by the military. So now you have a either paid off house or a mostly paid off house and a great resume, and you're only 30 years old, right? 18, 26, 4-year degree, that's 30. 30 years old, paid off house or almost paid off house, 6-figure salary, easy, with a great resume. You're starting off your life and you're already practically retired. You don't even need to work anymore for most people, but you will anyway because you're young and you're ambitious. Now you have disability on top of whatever you're making. You have a few options. You can sell that house, move to a cheaper area. That's like what my family member did, and buy a house cash. No mortgage payment for the rest of your life. Any money you make over that, you can invest, start a business, buy more real estate. You know, go Grant Cardone. I'm gonna make a video on Grant Cardone, by the way, because that's how you get filthy rich in real estate. And 90% of millionaires made their money in real estate. I don't know why more people aren't doing this. Anyway, I digress. So you're out of the military, you have your degree, you sold your house, you bought another house cash, now you're making money. Another option is you can keep that house and rent it out to someone. You know, maybe you want to move somewhere else. What most people who are house hacking would do is they would take the equity out of that house to buy a new house. But guess what? You don't have to do that because you have the VA loan still and it's still good. You can buy your next house with $0 down again, even though you have maybe a 6-figure salary. Why would you not do that? Buy your second house, rent out the old one. The old one has appreciated so much, the rents in the area have gone up so much that any mortgage you have left on the house is probably going to be cash flowing you double or triple what your mortgage payment is. That money can go to your new mortgage payment. So now the military is paying your new mortgage payment with your disability, and anything left over is being paid by the tenant from your previous house. So now you have 2 houses that you didn't pay for, that they're just being paid for by cash flow, and you don't have to do anything. You just work and you can invest the rest of your money. So this avalanche is starting to get quite large. But wait, there's more. You can 1031 exchange that old house into 2 new rental properties in different areas to diversify your portfolio, pay 0 taxes, and increase your income even more. I'll do another video on 1031 exchanges. This video is about how you can get filthy rich by being a soldier. So in a nutshell, join the military, use the VA loan to buy a house for free, 0% down. Then use your military housing allowance to bridge for however long you're in the military, 4 years, 8 years, 12 years, you could even go career. Then when you get out of the military, you get your severance package and you get disability and you get to go to school. You gotta get paid to go to school, which is another 4 years. So for 12 years of your life, you're getting free real estate and building that equity for, years to come. That's how we build generational wealth in real estate. And that's how joining the US military can make you filthy freaking rich.